Long ago, not in a forest or a village, but in a big, noisy African city, lived two sisters named Asabia and Efia. The two girls were very smart and intelligent. Asabia, who was the eldest, was a doctor, whilst Efia was a lawyer. People in the city respected them. They were known as the Power Sisters. Even though they lived together, they were very different. Asabia had long, straight, dyed red hair. She loved fashion. She always wore bright colored dresses, pink, gold, and sometimes red. Her shoes were always high heels, and her bags were big, expensive, and matched all her outfits. Ifia, her younger sister, was the opposite. She had short, natural black hair and liked to wear simple African print dresses. She wore flat sandals or soft office shoes. Her bag was always leather and brown, the same one she carried every day. She smiled at people, helped neighbors, and always listened before speaking. One day, the sisters were invited to an art and furniture show. There, they met a man named Kumasa. Kumasa was a carpenter, but not just any carpenter. He made the most beautiful chairs and tables in the whole city. His hands were strong, but his heart was soft. He talked slowly and thought before he spoke. His furniture was in the houses of big politicians and rich businessmen. That night, Kumasa wore a clean white shirt, dark jeans, and leather sandals. He had a strong jaw and eyes that looked kind. He spoke about how he carves wood to feel alive. People listened to him like he was singing. Both sisters liked him, but Kumasa only saw Efia. Efia and Kumasa began to talk. He visited the apartment often. He brought her small wooden gifts, a carved comb, a small bowl once, a chair with her name on it. Efia would laugh, and Kumasa would smile like the sun had come out just for him. Asabia saw everything. At first, she hid her anger. She smiled when Kumasa came, offered him drinks, and even wore her best perfume. But Kumasa always gave polite answers and turned to Efia. To Kumasa, Asabia was beautiful but sharp like a knife. Efia was warm like a fire on a cold night. Inside Asabia, envy began to grow. One Sunday, Asabia stood in front of her mirror. She wore a golden dress, red lipstick, and high heels. She looked perfect, but when she saw Efia walk by in a simple green dress, smiling into her phone as she spoke to Kumasa, Asabia's hand clenched. How can she win him? She asked herself. I am older, richer, and more beautiful. She made a plan. The next weekend, Asabia told Efia, let's talk on the rooftop tonight. I want peace between us. Efia, who always believed in family, smiled. Of course, sister, I am happy you want to talk. That evening, the city lights sparkled like stars below. Thunder rumbled far away. The wind was soft. The sisters stood on top of the rooftop. Asabia's voice was cold. Efia, do you think you deserve Kumasa? Efia looked confused. Sister, love is not something we deserve. It just happens. Asabia's eyes turned hard. You always get everything. This time, I want it. Before Efia could answer, Asabia pushed her. Efia fell. The night swallowed her scream, and just like that, the city lost one of its brightest lights. Asabia told the police that Efia slept. She cried fake tears. The funeral was small. Kumasa stood at the back. He said nothing. He looked like a tree after a storm, silent and broken. After 1 week, Kumasa disappeared from the city. Asabia thought she had won. Months later, a cleaner found something in the apartment. Behind a bookshelf was Efia's diary. It was full of words about Kumasa, but also words of fear. She had written, Asabia watches me strangely now. I love Kumasa, but I think my sister's heart has changed. She no longer looks at me like family. The diary reached the police. They reopened the case. People remember the rooftop visit, and when they looked closely, they found Asabia's fingerprint on the edge of the rooftop rail. In court, Asabia wore a black dress. Her hair was tied back. She spoke in low voice, but the truth was clear. The same courtroom where Efia had once defended the innocent now became the place where her story was told. The judge said, Greed has taken your sister's life. You had love, beauty and success, but your heart was empty. Asabia was sent to prison. Kumasa returned 2 years later. He no longer made fancy furniture. He opened a small school where he taught young boys and girls how to use their hands to create beauty, just like he once did. He named the school A Fierce Place. Moral of the story: greed is a hunger that never ends. If you feed it with envy, it will eat the ones you love and then come for you. Hi besties, let me know what you think about this story in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more juicy and interesting stories. Till we meet again in another story. Bye!